Adventures of the Super Sons, issue 7. Peter J. Tomasi writing with Carlos Barberi back on the art. He was missing last issue. So this issue was Damien. They're on this prison planet for juveniles, and it's got like a full functioning city and all that. Like, and Damien's running around. He's essentially being Batman on this city because he's like, on the gargoyles. He's looking down. I say gargoyles. I mean, it's more of a futuristic looking city, but same difference.
But still different.
Yeah. And all throughout the issue, we're getting teases of where John is because he's in solitary confinement because he's powered by the sun. So they've got him in a dark room with no sunlight. And young Joker Jr. was trying to break him out, but Grundette stops him, who's working for Rex Luthor. And most of the issue, though, is Damien trying to find where John is and try to find him by tracking where Joker Jr. went. And it leads to a gizmo. It leads to him saving some innocents in the street.
A Riddler, where he was supposed to give him a riddle.
Yeah.
But Damien scared him enough that he forgot, and then has to give it to him. That was fun.
And when we say Riddler, we should point out here for anyone who's not reading and just listening to us describe it. This is a bunch of just random people on this planet that Rex Luthor has forced to wear costumes of Earth villains.
So do you believe the Green Lantern character that he said that he is undercover and he's a training member of the Green Lanterns? Because we know that's not how it works. And he's wearing Sinestro's costume, like his original, the blue and black one.
Yeah, at first I took that as he's saying that's his backstory because he's playing the part, because he's supposed to be Sinestro in this team. But then he kept saying it, and I was like, is he actually from somewhere? Is there something to this? And I don't know, because you're right, it doesn't work that way. It's never worked that way.
So yeah, it's just such a weird book, from where it started.
It so is. I'll be honest, I actually think this is one of the best issues of the series.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I think that is because it has more of a defined focus. I felt like a couple of I've enjoyed this entire run of this book, but I feel like, it got into this holding pattern where every issue it was kind of it was fun again, characters are fun, it's doing solid things. I think the plot in this issue had a really nice focus because it was about Damien looking for John, and it was about trying to rescue John and getting to him. And it was every couple of pages we had those panels where it was just the black, but you had the little crack of light coming in and the light's hitting his hand, and eventually, of course, the issue ends with him breaking out of his cell and standing there.
He looks rough. And
it's time to escape now, kind of thing. So I dug this a lot. I thought it had a good structure. I thought it had I thought Damien being on his own and having to think a bit more like a Batman was kind of fun, and him threatening people, and it was just. All of it just it had a really nice flow to it, a really nice structure, and it felt like in terms of building to a climax, it was building to finding John the whole issue. Yeah. So I think narratively it was maybe one of the most satisfying issues the book's had up until now.
Yeah. It's all I can say that I'm enjoying it and it's still good. The art, hey, it's not the same artist. It's been right. It was been Barberi the whole time.
Last issue was different, but every issue before that was Barberi.
Okay, yeah, because I'm saying the art was up again. I really enjoyed this art with these characters. So, and seeing all the different versions of the alien versions of Rex's Injustice Gang, like you said, Grundette and Gizmo, and Damien putting it together who they're supposed to be. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, that was good. I think, again, the art, because it had a bit more variety this time as well, because it was dealing with those dark panels and the crack of light and all that. It was doing some things that are a little bit different, but it's just as expressive as it's ever been. Just, really well defined. So I can't really fault it. I think maybe some of the sequentials were probably better in this issue compared to some. And again, I think this is why I like this issue so much, is because the structure lent itself to being this chase where it felt like Damien was not that he was on a ticking time clock, but it felt like it was always going to converge at the end. So it felt like he was always working towards this point. And I think the art kind of helped with that, because it always kind of felt like he was running to something.
Pushing forward,
So, that was a really solid issue. What are you giving it, Matt?
I'm going to give it an 8. A whole lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll agree with the 8. I thought it was really good. I think it's maybe the best issue of this, at least this part of Super Sons, this Adventures, the Super Sons.
I agree. I'll agree with that.